Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Thursday, the 7th of August 2025. In today's Millwall news, we start off with this. From millfc.co.uk, the club's official website, Millwall and QPR to pay respects to Gordon Jago at Loftus Road. Yes, Millwall Football Club and QPR will pay respects to Gordon Jago MBE on Saturday the 18th of October when the two sides meet at Loftus Road. Jago passed away in July, aged 92, and he managed both sides between 1971 and 1977. The tributes will include a minute's applause ahead of kickoff, and both sets of players will wear black armbands for this match. Our hosts will also pay homage to Jago in their matchday programme. Following his departure from Queen's Park Rangers, Jago arrived at the Den in November 1974 and was the 12th manager to hold such a role for the Lions. Despite the Lions' relegation from Division 2 in the 74-75 campaign, Jago stayed on and finished third in Division 3 the following season, earning promotion back to the second tier. And we now have some more information from QPR.co.uk, which is QPR's official website. Obviously, quite an important figure for QPR. Probably, maybe more so than Millwall. QPR will pay tribute to former manager Gordon Jago at the Millwall game. Jago also managed the Lions between 1974 and 1977. Sadly passed away in July at the age of 92. Again, a minute's applause before kickoff to celebrate Gordon's life, while both sets of players will wear back armbands, and there will also be, a tribute in the matchday programme on a day when we're hoping to be joined by his family. Club ambassador Andy Sinton said, Gordon's contribution to the history of our great club is there for all to see and will never be forgotten. We're looking forward to celebrating his life at our fixture versus Millwall in October, and once again, the thoughts of everyone at QPR with Gordon's loved ones. Jago is widely regarded as the man who put the building blocks in place for our greatest ever side of 1975-1976 to flourish. He joined the club as a coach under Les Allen in May 1970 before becoming our caretaker manager in January 1971 after Allen's resignation. A strong finish to the 70-71 campaign saw Jago given the role on a permanent basis, and it was then that he really got to work. After a solid first full season, Jago brought in Stan Bowles, Don Givens and Dave Thomas early on in the 1972-73 campaign. QPR won promotion to the top flight that year, and in 1973-74 we achieved our highest ever league finish at that point, taking 8th place in the old First Division. Jago left the club in September 1974, but his impact has lasted to this very day. May he rest in peace. So there you go. They have probably fonder memories of him than the Mill fans do. Now, moving on to this from the southernnews.co.uk. Alfie Doughty signing for Millwall fulfills long-term ambition and reveals emotional family reaction. I don't know if you've seen the headlines here, there and everywhere, but it's quite funny. It's like, when I told my family I was joining Millwall, they started crying. I was like, Jesus, it's not that bad, mate. But no, the story is they're Millwall fans. They're like, oh, good stuff, fantastic. They're happy. They were happy. So yeah, Alfie Doughty revealed signing for Millwall fulfills a long-held ambition to play for his boyhood club. Doughty, 25, joined the Lions from Luton Town for an undisclosed fee on Monday, July the 28th, and penned a long-term deal. The left-sided player spent the past 3 seasons with the Hatters, helping them secure promotion to the Premier League via the playoffs in the 22-23 season. Doughty was delighted to sign for a club he supported since he was a child. I've always said I want to play for the Lions, and the fact that it's happened sooner than I thought, I think it's even better. Doughty said, so I'm really happy. I've come here now for the past 20 years, really watching the games. So for me, I know what it's all about to play for the Lions, and I know what it's going to be week in and week out, proper passion. Doughty comes from a family of Millwall fans who were emotional when he broke the news. I rang my dad, and he was at Ascot races, and apparently he and my uncle started crying. Doughty said, it was a big thing for us, and everyone's coming down to the Den to watch me and watch the team, and we're chuffed, and there's going to be a lot of people here every week. His support for Millwall was not the main reason he signed, however. I think when you sign for a team, it's not about who you support, but it's about what you think is the best decision for you personally and your family. I think this one just ticked all the boxes. Yeah, I support them, but it was never the final straw for me. It was the last straw. If anything, I had to make sure, I'm a London boy. My family's down here. My girlfriend lives down here with me now. So do you know what? Yeah, it just made sense. And he joins the side who have narrowly missed making the playoffs on the final day in 2 out of the past 3 seasons. The Lions' late surge into the top 6 contention in the previous campaign was particularly impressive, with Alex Neil's side winning 7 games in 11 in March and April. Asked whether Mill's excellent late season form adds pressure heading into the new campaign, Doughty said, "Oh no, not really, because I think it's happened for the past how many years now. It's about those fine margins now, winning games at home, getting those clean sheets away. I think as long as we tighten that up, we'll be absolutely fine this year. I think with the Championship, all it takes is about 3 or 4 wins on the spin or even a draw to push you up to the top of the league. It's not the easiest league in the world, and I know that from first-hand experience. We have to respect all the other teams in the league, the ones that are coming up and ones that are coming down. But I think as long as we're all together in it and we know what we want at the end of the season, then there's really no reason why we can't do it. The fact is, we've come close 3 years on the spin now, I reckon. With Luton I did it, and I think I'm going to do it again with Millwall. Doughty brings Premier League experience to a side that already includes several players who have featured in the top flight, including Massimo Luongo, Stephen Bender and Japhet Tanganga. Doughty's sole season in the Premier League was impressive. He recorded 8 assists from left wing back despite Luton getting relegated. As a team, we didn't do what we wanted, Doughty said. But for me personally, I think I had a brilliant season. I don't want to do the same thing again. I want to find that form again. Last year wasn't the best for me because I was injured, but this year, it's all about me getting back down to basics, getting those assists and providing for the team. While Doughty was hindered by injuries last season, he was still in fine form when he was on the pitch, leading the Hatters in expected assists and chances, despite only starting 25 Championship games. His creativity from the left-hand spaces fits in well with Mill's duo of aerially imposing strikers Josh Coburn and Mihailo Ivanovic. They will rely on me to give them service, and I'll have to rely on them to finish it, really. But you've seen from the past 2 games I played this pre-season, all I have to do is just find a pass or a cross or a corner. As long as I can find the right areas and the big men up top and even the big men at centre half, then they can head the ball as well. It's a job you have to do, and I'll take that very well. On his goals for the season, as in his aims for the season, Doughty said, "I'll definitely get as many assists as I can for the big men up top. Just playing my own game really, and showing the fans what I'm about and showing how I play." That would be good. That would be good. So here we go. See, one sentence I want to pick out. It's about those fine margins now, winning games at home and getting those clean sheets away. I think as long as we tighten that up, we'll absolutely be fine this year. Again, it is fine margins. I showed you in the video yesterday, looking at the table from last season. It is fine margins. We've only got to win, keep the record that we've got, and add 3 more wins to it. Which is basically that's the 2 games against Charlton and another other game. Yeah, I mean it is fine margins. And like I said, getting clean sheets away, the best defences are at the top of the table. You can score as many goals as you want. If you can't keep the goals out at the other end, you're not going to win a game, and then you're not going to be at the top of the table, because it's all about winning games at the top. And it's about not losing games at the bottom. Again, covered that in yesterday's video. Check it out. So moving on to this, the Headless Men. Again, here they are. MCT and KCCT team up. What's that then? I thought MCT, isn't that thing that you can get from Holland and Barrett now? It's made from cannabis. Is that what that is? Oh no, it's the Millwall Community Trust. And Kent Cricket Community Trust hosted a press event at the Summer Football and Cricket Programme in Sevenoaks. MCT and KCCT have been delivering free sessions at Greatness Recreation Ground since the end of July from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, where participants can learn skills in both football and cricket. Deputy Mayor of Sevenoaks District Council, Victoria Granville, was in attendance and spoke to participants about the session as well as joining in and taking part in the fun. MCT's Executive Vice Chairman, Peter Varney. Isn't that the guy who used to run Charlton Fleck? He's joined the Mill Community Trust now. Is that new? Or has he been there a while? I don't know. And MCT, if they got that wrong, is he part of the KCCT? Or is he MCT? I don't know. MCT CEO Sean Daly were also in attendance, showcased a great partnership and initiative in Sevenoaks. KCCT had their street cricket van at the session, which allows children to play video games and learn how to mix songs on a specialist DJ set. BBC Radio Kent interviewed participants and parents on the benefits of the programme. Sean Daly, MCT CEO, said, "Oh, what a brilliant evening is Sevenoaks. Yeah, it was fantastic to see so many councillors from the local area, as well as the Deputy Mayor of Sevenoaks, where they were able to see a brilliant programme in action. And this is what Millwall Community Trust is all about, giving opportunities to our local community, and we'd like to thank Kent Cricket Community Trust for their hard work in what has been a brilliant partnership so far." So yeah, there you can see, they're cupping the ball, as you do. Yeah, this is a good thing, it's part of the thing, it's part of the plan and permission for the new West Kingsdown training ground, that Millwall would have to do some community work like they do in Lewisham and Southwark, but do it in Sevenoaks. Because, they've got a lot of little hoodlums running around. But, yeah, there you go. Summer holidays, summer fun, and why not? Now moving on to this, also from millfc.co.uk, a book. Do you remember books? Do you remember reading? Do you still do it? Well, you can now. A new book out, 1985, The Highs and Lows of Millwall Football Club's 100th year. Indeed, it was the 100th year. The latest read from Lions fan Merv Payne is out. As the 1980s reached its halfway mark, football was in turmoil, skint to put it mildly, but money was the least of English game's problems. Hooliganism and tragedy were a constant as the beautiful game began to turn decidedly ugly. Millwall were about to celebrate their centenary and to mark it with one of the most entertaining teams they had churned out in many a year. George Graham, fresh from saving the Lions from 4th Division ignominy 2 years before, embarked on the club's 100th year with one objective: promotion back to football's second tier. It was a feat they managed, but in typical Millwall fashion, they did it with all the usual trials and tribulations, both on and off the pitch. 1985 takes you back to that season, a reminder of what football was like in the 1980s, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Featuring interviews with Anton Utilowski, Dave Cusack, Steve Lovell, and Kevin Bremner. So there you go. Now, you can buy this. It's out now, and it's from Victor Publishing, and you may recognise that name. This is, I believe it's a publishing company that is owned by Merv Payne, the Millwall supporter mentioned previously. And they do publish a lot of Millwall books, and as you go down, there's a lot here. Look, they've got seasons to remember from 64, 65, 87, and 88, of course. FA Cup season 2003-4, 84-85, 88-89, 30 Years at the Den. It's got other books as well that aren't covered here, like Because My Dad Does, and was it South Bermondsey Homesick Blues? All very good, all very good. Not only that, but it covers, publishes other books like The Complete Non-League Groundhoppers Guide. So one book I would recommend from this 100% is a fantastic book, is the Who's Who of Millwall. And you don't need to read, it's a reference book, so it's like a coffee table book. It's got a little paragraph for every Millwall player. I think even going back to the Southern League, I think that's true. So every player that's played for Millwall, obviously from up to the date it was published, it's got a little paragraph about them. Some have got pictures, and it tells you, where they come from, what they did at Millwall, games and goals, and what happened after they left. And not just like which club did they go to, like what did they do in their lives? Did they get a pub? Did they go and work for TFL, London Underground? All kinds of things. So very interesting stuff. I would highly recommend that one. But yeah, this one's out now, 1985, and this is from Victor Publishing.co.uk. VICTOR Publishing. So you can buy it for direct from them. You can go through it straight to the horse's mouth, or you can get it from Amazon or wherever you get books these days. Now, that's all the Millwall news. I'm going to move on to now. We've got a couple people have started putting up more predictions about the season ahead. I'm going to go through a couple of them because they are compendiums. Is that the right word? Yeah, basically it's a collection. So someone's collected all of the local journalists and spoke to them and got them to fill in a form, and then they posted it. This is from Yahoo Sport, but I think it's from, is that the Lancashire Telegraph? Yeah, it is. Which is lancashiretelegraph.co.uk. And we've also got one from the BBC. So if that's not what you're interested in, thank you for watching, but we're going to go through this now. Obviously, it's so detailed that we're just going to skim through it and see. So we've got the guy from Birmingham Live. So they've gone club by club, and they've got the local journalists from the local website to fill in the thing. So he's got Ipswich and Coventry, which again, I'm big on Coventry. I don't know why everyone's sleepy on them. When you go through all these predictions, you see, Ipswich, Southampton, and you're seeing the same teams over and over again. There's no one doesn't seem anyone has had an original thought. And it's not like I think they're all using AI or that. I think I should have started raining. I think they're not using AI. It's just, they're looking at the bookies and they're looking at what everyone else has predicted, and they're just copying what they done. So, let's do that. Yeah, it's not like they've any original thought here. So, playoffs, he's gone Southampton, Birmingham, Leicester and Sheffield United. Relegated, Sheffield Wednesday, Hull and Blackburn. Surprise package, Coventry. Yeah. Well, again, if he thinks they're going to finish second, then that's going to be a surprise. I think they're going to win the league, and that would definitely be a surprise. The guy from Blackburn Rovers is the Lancashire Telegraph. He's gone for Ipswich Town and Southampton. Like I said, boring. Playoffs are Sheffield United, Birmingham City, Coventry and Leicester. Relegated, Stoke City, Hull City and Sheffield Wednesday. Surprise package. Hey, it's Millwall. Going through. The guy from Bristol City, from Bristol Live, he's gone to Ipswich Town, Southampton. Playoffs, Sheffield United, Birmingham City, Norwich City and Coventry. Relegated, Hull, Oxford, Sheffield Wednesday. Surprise package, Millwall. What's the surprise? We're not in the top two, and you haven't put us in the playoffs. What's the fucking surprise that we finished 16th? How is it a surprise if we don't get in the playoffs? That would be a surprise, because we haven't done that. We've been close, but no cigar. That would be the surprise if we actually did it. Unless he's thinking, they think they're going to do it, and the surprise is they're going to be in a relegation battle. Which, I don't think that's the case, but, yeah. Now, the guy from Charlton, you may know him. Richard Corley, South London Sport, Charlton Athletic Edition. That's the name of his, is it Substack? Again, boring. Ipswich Town, Southampton. Playoffs, Sheffield United, Southampton, Coventry and Birmingham. Relegated, Sheffield Wednesday, Hull and Preston. Surprise package, Derby County. Fair enough. The Coventry City one is from the Coventry Telegraph. Top two, Ipswich, Southampton. Playoffs, Coventry, Sheffield United, Leicester and Birmingham. Relegated, Oxford, Charlton and Sheffield Wednesday. Okay. going down. Derby is from Derbyshire Live. Again, top 2 Ipswich, Southampton. Playoffs, Leicester, Sheffield, Norwich, Birmingham City. Relegated, Sheffield Wednesday, Oxford and Portsmouth. Portsmouth, another one's gone for Portsmouth. I went for Portsmouth in yesterday's video. I don't know. I think, they kind of got out of it at the end of the season. Can they do it again? Like, the league is harder. Their home form is very good. Their away form isn't. I think they might sneak into it. It's not like I'm not like they're going to be cut adrift. I think they might just be maybe go to the last day. Are they away on the last day? Like if they're away on the last day and need a win, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Hull City is from Hull Daily Mail, Hull Live. Here we go. Some good news. Ipswich Town, Southampton, boring, but Leicester, Millwall, Sheffield United, Coventry City in the playoffs. Relegated, Sheffield Wednesday, Portsmouth, another one for Portsmouth, Charlton. Surprise package, Millwall under Alex Neil. And he's actually put us in the playoffs. So there you go, that's how you do it. That would be a surprise package. What else? Does he say anything else about Millwall as we go down? Not really. The guy from Ipswich is from the East Anglian Daily Times. He's gone for Southampton and Ipswich, so he's changed it up. Playoffs, Sheffield United, Leicester, Coventry, Birmingham. Relegated, Charlton, Oxford and Sheffield Wednesday. Surprise package, QPR. Okay. Going down. So, hang on. He's the Ipswich guy and he's gone Ipswich to finish second. Everyone else is saying Ipswich. Is this like being humble? Stay humble. Eric Haaland, stay humble. Be humble. Bro, say it with your chest. Everyone thinks you're going to win the league. Why is the Ipswich guy not saying it? Does he know something we don't know? The geezer from Leicester is Leicestershire Live. He's gone for Ipswich Town and Sheffield United. He's gone playoffs, Southampton, Norwich, Leicester and Birmingham. Relegated, Oxford, Preston and Sheffield Wednesday. Surprise package, QPR. Finishing 7th. Fair enough. That's the thing. They got a French manager that no one knows about. Obviously, in this day and age, you can look on the internet and, this and this and this. But you don't know. You're just reading off a screen. You don't know. Here we go. The guy from Middlesbrough is from Teesside Live. He's gone Ipswich Town, Southampton to go up. Leicester, Millwall. Hello. Birmingham and Coventry in the playoffs. Relegated, Preston, Oxford and Sheffield Wednesday. And he's gone surprise package, Millwall and Stoke. So, there you go. That's how that works. If you pick Millwall as a surprise package, you have to put them in the playoffs. Otherwise, what is the surprise? Will Scott of the Southwark News, the independent news company, newspaper following Millwall, the only one left. He's gone for Sheffield United, Ipswich. Playoffs, Leicester, Southampton, Middlesbrough, Millwall. Relegated, Oxford, Hull, Sheffield Wednesday. Surprise package, Portsmouth. Surprise because they're going to go down? I'm not sure about that. Obviously, we know what Will's been saying as we cover the Southern News. Player to watch for Hispango Williams. Yes, indeed. Millwall to finish 6th. Okay. The guy from Norwich City is from the Pink Un. You're missing the apostrophe there. Promoted Leicester and Sheffield United. Playoffs, Ipswich, Middlesbrough, Norwich and Southampton. See, he has to put Norwich in. He put Norwich in. No one else being put in Norwich in. Relegated, Sheffield Wednesday, Oxford and Hull. Surprise package, Birmingham. Well, if everyone's predicting that, they're going to know how's that a surprise, but there you go. The guy geezer from Oxford United is Oxford Mail. Promoted Leicester and Ipswich. So Leicester and Ipswich. Oh. Playoffs, Sheffield and Southampton, Coventry and Birmingham. Relegated, Charlton, Hull and Sheffield Wednesday. Fair old few people reckon Charlton are going down. So surprise package, Derby County. Well, they got a decent manager, haven't they, as well? And that was weird, the manager. That's why I thought they was going to get relegated. The manager, quit. And this happened after the season started, but the manager quit. He got them in the playoffs. They were, in the playoff positions. And he left and went to Derby, who were in the relegation places. Very weird. The Portsmouth guys from Portsmouth News. He's gone for Ipswich and Birmingham. He's gone the playoffs is Sheffield United, Coventry, Norwich and Southampton. Relegated Preston, Sheffield Wednesday, Hull City. Surprise package Charlton. In that the surprise is they're not as shit as everyone thinks, I guess. Cool. And he reckons they're going to finish 17th, Portsmouth, which is what, 5 places above the relegation. The guy from Preston North End is a Lancashire Post. He's gone for Southampton and Ipswich Town to go up. Playoffs Leicester, Coventry, Sheffield United and Norwich. Relegated Hull, Oxford and Sheffield Wednesday. Surprise package Millwall, but Millwall and Norwich, and he went for Norwich. Okay, fair enough. QPR, West London Sport. Promoted again, Coventry and Ipswich Town. Hey, someone else big on Coventry. Playoffs Southampton, Sheffield United, Birmingham, Millwall. Hello. Relegated Sheffield Wednesday, Oxford and Preston. Surprise package Charlton. Again, the surprise being they won't get relegated. The guy from Sheffield United is from the Star. Promoted Southampton and Ipswich. Boring, yeah. Yeah, it is boring, mate. It is boring. The playoffs Sheffield United, Leicester, West Brom and Birmingham. Relegated Oxford, Charlton, Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, surprise package Derby County. The geezer from the Sheffield Wednesday is the guy from the Sheffield Star. He's gone to go up Ipswich Town, Southampton. Playoffs Birmingham, Coventry, Leicester and Watford. Watford? That's the first one that's gone for Watford. Relegated Swansea. Oh, is this guy alright? Preston and Sheffield Wednesday. He's gone for Swansea to go down. Damn. That would be weird. Maybe he's gone because the new owners. This is Snoop Dogg's one of the new owners. Snoop Dogg, the rapper, and Modric as well. So that's all very weird. Like, what's that about? Are they silent owners? Like, what's the thing? Surprise package Watford. Southampton is from the Southern Daily Echo. It's gone for Ipswich and Southampton to go up. Leicester, Birmingham, Coventry and Sheffield United to be in the playoffs. Relegated Sheffield Wednesday, Blackburn and Hull. The surprise package Birmingham. But he says that wouldn't be a massive surprise. And neither would Charlton. Cool. Stoke City's from the Sentinel. He's gone for Ipswich and Southampton to go up. Sheffield United, Coventry, Birmingham and Leicester to be in the playoffs. Relegated Sheffield Wednesday, Oxford and Blackburn Rovers. I tipped them to go down last season and they were the complete opposite. And now I've tipped them to finish 10th. They'll probably will go down. Surprise package Stoke. Yeah, I think Stoke, I think they will be a surprise this year. Swansea City's from Wales Online. It's Southampton and Sheffield United to go up. So he's bombed off Ipswich. Interesting. He's gone Ipswich, Leicester and Birmingham and Coventry in the playoffs. Relegated Preston, Charlton, Sheffield Wednesday. Surprise package Wrexham or Birmingham City. Well, seeing as you put Birmingham in the playoffs, I would imagine Birmingham. The guy from Watford is from the Watford Observer. Ipswich and Southampton to go up. Leicester, Coventry, Millwall, Norwich to get in the playoffs. Relegated Blackburn, Preston, Sheffield Wednesday. So a couple of... Was it the guy from Watford, the guy from QPR put Millwall in the playoffs? So the London-based journos, they're putting Millwall in the playoffs. A surprise package Portsmouth. Again, how is it? What's the surprise? Because they're going to go up the table from where they are? I don't know. The guy from West Brom is from the Birmingham Mail. He's gone for Ipswich and Southampton to go up. He's gone for Coventry, Leicester, Sheffield United and Birmingham to be in the playoffs. Sheffield Wednesday, Oxford and Charlton to go down. Surprise package Wrexham. The guy from Wrexham is from the Wrexham Leader. He's gone for Ipswich and Southampton to go up. Sheffield United, Leicester, Birmingham, Norwich City to be in the playoffs. Sheffield Wednesday, Hull and Oxford to go down. And surprise package Wrexham. He thinks they're going to finish 9th. So, yeah, there's that one. So that's all the local journals, one for each team, predicting what they're going to predict. A few picking out Millwall to be in the playoffs. A few confirming what I thought in terms of Coventry getting top 2 and Portsmouth getting relegated, which is my left field choices that I picked. Not many very keen on Norwich. I am. You know, they brought in a hometown lad who managed for somehow get Bristol City into the playoffs. Bristol City have been trying so long to get in the playoffs. He got them in there. And now, you know, he jumped ship to go to his hometown club, Norwich, and he's gonna do the business there. I think he doesn't do it on Saturday, but you know, they can still lose to us and do well. Now, this is from bbc.co.uk/sport/football, yeah, as you do. Compiled by James Piercy. Yeah. So what this is, they've got a little thing from each club by the local radio people, but they have Aaron Paul, who you may know, he's been on the Acton Mill show with Nick Hart. Aaron Paul got promoted, you know, he's done well. He's now on 5 Live. Congratulations. And Joby McAnuff from the BBC's dedicated EFL podcast 72 Plus. Is that new? I've never heard of that. His championship preview show is on 5 Live on Thursday at 8:30. So that's today. So you probably catch that up on BBC Sounds or on the website, I guess, if you want to listen to that. So we're just going to skim through this again. I think we're probably just going to look to see if we can see Millwall anywhere. Really, I mean, again, they've got the head coach. They got what they did last season. They got the main transfers in, the main transfers out. You know, a thing about the expectations, the strengths of the team, weaknesses, and the player to look out for. And then they've got Aaron and Joby's prediction. So 8th for, was that Birmingham? Blackburn Rovers. We're just going to skim through these, you know. Blackburn Rovers to finish 23rd. So that they think Blackburn are going to get relegated. Bristol City. What we got? 13th, they reckon. Charlton. What do you reckon? They're 20th. So just staying up. Coventry City. Frank Lampard, what do we think? 3rd. So an improvement. They think they're going to do well. Derby County. What do they think? Go down to the bottom. Aaron and Joby's prediction 9th. Hull City. Remember under that transfer embargo. While I was filming the video yesterday, it was announced that they had signed Ollie McBurney. Now they are under transfer embargo, but they're allowed to sign players on a free transfer. I think they just can't pay any money, which is, you know, kind of, I guess the thing with the transfers, football transfers, which you may or may not know, is the money doesn't get paid straight away. It's IOU. You know, you get payments in the future, which is why one of the things of the, you know, why the EFL so pissed off at Sheffield Wednesday is they haven't been paying the other clubs that they owe money to, or they were paying them late. You cannot do that. That is verboten. You cannot do that. This whole system is built on IOUs and stuff. You don't have to pay on demand. It's not like you earn the money over straight away. It's like, okay, next summer, when we get the prize money, when we get this, the TV money, we'll pay you out. It's all that kind of thing. So that's why they do this thing with the embargo, where they're not allowed to pay any fees, because if you haven't been paying people, the IOU that you write is worthless. So they just ban them from doing that. So yeah, Ollie McBurney signed for Hull. So again, you know, improved himself somewhat. Decent player in his day. Again, he left Sheffield United, went abroad. I don't know what that was about. I think he's running away from something. He keeps getting fights on the street with people, random people that come up to him. I don't know what that's about. They reckon they're going to finish 22nd, which would be a relegation place. Ipswich Town. What do they think? Champions. So they think, again, boring. Ipswich Town. All right, mate. Yeah, we know. So Leicester. What do they think Leicester do? 4th. Leicester finished in 4th. Middlesbrough. Rob Edwards. Is he all that? As Adrian Dunn would say? I don't know. He's probably on his last chance saloon now. If he fails here, that's going to be, he's going to be down the pecking order in terms of any jobs coming out. He'll probably have to get a job in League 2 or something like that. 10th for Middlesbrough. Here we go, the main one. This is written by Chris Petty of BBC Sport. I'll tell you what, let's read this one. So Chris Petty of BBC Sport London, the radio channel. Expectations? ? Alex Neil did a great job after taking over from club legend Neil Harris at the end of 2024, making a late charter of the playoffs and just missing out on their final day defeat at Burnley. Mill have proven time again that they can punch above their weight and compete with clubs operating with significantly higher budgets. Lions fans will hope they can finally go one better this year and land a place in the top 6. Strengths? Every good Millwall team is built on a solid defensive foundation, and this one has been no different, with Jake Cooper and Japhet Tanganga forming a watertight partnership at the back. Zach Sturgill had competition for the experienced Joe Bryan at left back, but the rumours of a Tanganga transfer won't go away, despite Neil making it clear the club want to keep their best players. Again, September the 1st, fingers crossed. Weaknesses? ? Only Hull City, Stoke City and relegated Luton Town scored fewer than Mill's 47 Championship goals last season. Josh Coburn and Mihajlo Vanic formed a promising partnership in attack, with the Serbian striker scoring 12 league goals in a debut season that went from strength to strength. Coburn's loan from Middlesbrough has been made permanent in a club record deal for Millwall, but there is room for improvement on his total of 5 Championship goals in the second half of last season. He had 2 separate injuries. And, don't sleep on Josh Coburn. Josh Coburn is a fantastic player. A lot of Millwall fans can't see it. They don't understand. We paid €5 million for him. We ain't... That's... The club, back in the day, our record fee was for Paul Goddard, and that was shit. We signed Uwe Fuchs. He was shit. Bob Peters, he was shit. All these players that we signed big money for, and they've been shit. That's not this. That's not what we do anymore. We got our heads screwed on. Gallen there, he seems to know what he's doing. James Berylson. Alex Neil. I think they know what they're doing. So when they pay £5 million for Josh Coburn, you got to believe that Josh Coburn is a good player. Difference maker? ? Camille Negley arrived from Sparta Rotterdam for what was then a club record fee in January, and showed glimpses of the creativity and trickery he could offer in place of Romain Esse, who left the club for Crystal Palace. But those glimpses proved very fleeting, as injuries restricted the 23-year-old Algerian to just 6 appearances and 1 goal. With a full summer of recovery behind him, Negley could have a fresh opportunity to make a big impact at the Den. And they predict 7th, so boo. So again, they don't think we're going to make the playoffs. Nick, if you're watching this, you need to have a word with Aaron, yeah? 7th? Fucking hell. Norwich, here we go. So where do they think they're going to finish? 6th. So they think Norwich are going to get our playoff place. Because a lot of people think, Millwall, thereabouts. They took it to the last day, 2 years out of the last 3 seasons. If they are going to get in the playoffs, it's going to be 6. And as I said in yesterday's video, we need to be pushing above that, and we need to be above 6 so that if we do fuck it up, we can go down into 6. We can't keep chasing from behind. Even though, we are very good at it, we keep winning. Once we have, the target in sight and we can see what we're seeing, we go after it, and we win and we win and we win and we keep winning. We've done that before. Neil Harris did that in the season. Alex Neil did that. We can do that. It builds up momentum. The fans get behind it. It's something to behold. but we need to be above and then give us room to go down. Gary Rout's Oxford, what do they think they're going to do? 19th. So staying up, not going down. Portsmouth. See, most assists for Josh Murphy, not Jacob Murphy, last season. 18th though for them. 18th. Again, does he get sold? If they have a shit start to the season, he gets sold in January. How are they gonna score goals? How are they going to score goals? Maybe he goes, before 1st September. But Preston North End. 21st, so just above relegation place there. QPR. Does anyone know who this guy is? Who's that? Maybe he's the new Gordon Jago. I don't know, but maybe he's not. Maybe he's that guy that... Was it Christian Gross? The Tottenham manager who showed everyone his travel card. 15th for QPR. 15th. Sheffield United. 5th. So they're in the playoffs. Sheffield Wednesday. It's got to be 24th, isn't it? Yeah, 24th. Southampton. Let me guess. You're going to pick them second. Oh, of course. Boring second. Stoke City. 12th. About right. Swansea City. Predicted to be 16th. Watford. Predicted to be 14th, which is where they finished last season. So, West Bromwich Albion. I bet they love that. No, only 11th. So I don't understand the thing with Ryan Mason. I don't get it, Oh, he came from Spurs, or he was a decent player, but... I don't understand why everyone's creaming their pants to try and sign him as a manager. It didn't make no sense. He was assistant, and he came in to caretake at Tottenham. But Wrexham, last but not least, where do they think they're going to finish? 17th. So there you go. That's from the BBC. They reckon we're going to finish 7th. So there you go. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.